Well, Quebecer is about to embark on a very fun yet dangerous, if I can say, adventure that will lead him around the world on a sailboat. Joining us is professional sailor Simon Dubois. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So tell us what exactly this adventure is that you're embarking on.
So it all started with a dream of discovery, adventure, and the passion from my parents of sailing. And then I saw that big poster in London in the metro, which says calling for adventurers, all amateur sailors. So basically, what's the Clipper? It's a round the world sailing race in different stages. So we're stopping in 5 different continents. There's 12 teams and up to 24 people on board. And the goal is to go faster than the others around the world.
Oh my goodness. And when did you see this poster in the metro in London?
That was a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so last spring.
So you've been working up to this for a year and a half now, and part of the practice included a sailing trip that you took in Bermuda just a few months ago, right? Earlier this summer. And tell us what happened when you were on this trip.
Absolutely. So the whole project kind of marinated in my head for a while before in January I decided to give it a shot, and I'm like, okay, well, this is the time to do it. I don't have kids at the moment, so I'm like, this is the time. It's now or never.
To go on this
exactly.
crazy adventure.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I joined Quebec team Esprit de Corps and team Atlas for that Antigua Bermuda sailing race in the spring with my dad actually. And big coincidence, one of our competitors had a really big issue with their boat. They were actually sinking, so we had to divert and go pick them up, and luckily nobody was injured.
You saved them.
Wow. Saved them from a long time at sea without anybody rescuing them, yeah.
And what is sort of the international recognition of this race that you're embarking on? I mean, this is huge.
So they kind of call it the Everest of the sea. It's the summum of sailing going around the world. But what distinguishes the Clipper is that it's for amateurs. It's accessible to anybody out there who's willing to push their limits to train for it. So and basically they replicated the concept of the Everest, where there's a guide and the Clipper builds the boat, ensures the safety, the training of every crew member, and then you embark on the journey with your guide on board and with the people you meet in your crew.
Okay, so I have to ask, I mean, what are some of the challenges that you're sort of anticipating on this journey?
The biggest one is probably the lack of sleep. We're doing rotations every 4 hours on 2 watch systems, and then it's wet. It's going to be a wet ride, so there's not that many dry moments at sea. Okay. And then the cold. And when we go from South Africa to Australia, and we get close to the roaring 40s, it gets below 0 temperatures. We actually avoid some areas because there's icebergs there. So it's the whole variety of weather, from really hot weather, no wind, to storms and gales and big waves.